A legitimate suspicion enshrouds the soul when beholding the mirrors of international justice as they shatter under the weight of rigid molds that have exhausted the essence of law and rendered it a dry technique lacking the philosophical pulse birthed by the human mind in its moments of profound revelation. For international criminal law, which emerged from the rubble of wars as a promise of salvation, has fallen into the trap of excessive doctrinal stereotyping until its texts began to repeat terms of punishment and responsibility without penetrating the core of humanity, which is the ultimate goal and origin of existence. And perhaps the malady lies in that forced separation between the text and its social function and between authority and its moral legitimacy, where retribution has transformed from a balance of right into a tool for entrenching the dominance of the powerful and subjugating the weak under the guise of transitional justice. Transitional justice is often employed to reproduce dominant global policies instead of being a bridge toward true stability that repudiates crime and safeguards sovereignty in its broadest sense, not the narrow one. Indeed, the restoration of the prestigious social function of philosophy within the corridors of courts and between the lines of legal briefs is not an academic luxury but an existential necessity to rescue this science from its primitivity that protects the immediate interests of states while overlooking emergent universal interests that touch the heart of life, such as environmental safety, the sanctity of financial markets, and the collective health of humanity. For accountability that does not summon criminal intent within its human context remains a crippled justice. And deterrence that is not grounded in integrity, purified of ulterior motives, turns into a legal terrorism that perpetuates conflict instead of extinguishing it. And we today are in dire need of building legal justifications that look to the future with certainty and transcend the artificial boundaries imposed by legal dogmatism to make this law a common language for humanity, overflowing with meanings of reasonableness, proportionality, and necessity, and crowned with terms of reconciliation and unity, which cannot be achieved except through the close linkage between the eternal heritage of human thought and the challenges of contemporary reality. For law in its loftiest form is but the mirror reflecting the elevation or decline of society, and it is the duty of the seekers of truth to elevate it to the highest ranks, to be a fortified fortress that does not balance self-interests but rather entrenches common values that make the world a homeland for justice and a sanctuary for dignity that is not pleaded for but rather imposed by the will of philosophical awareness and the moral strength that does not break before the turbulent storms of politics. I am Her Royal Princess Nazanin Bani Hashim. Thank you for watching.